All right, here's your scenario. The SH has TF'd. The shit has hit the fan, as they say. We've either bugged in or we've bugged out, but we have the supplies that we need to survive for right now. But eventually, down the road, we're going to have to get more supplies. So that's going to lead us out to scavenging, running around the city looking for scraps, or we're going to have to barter with other human beings. Welcome back to The Prepared Citizen. My name is Will. If you've ever been called a cuckoo or a wacko or someone who wastes money on preparedness, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. In today's video, we're going to be talking about 10 bartering items that will not break the bank whatsoever, things that you should have on hand if you have to end up bartering for supplies that you need to survive. And towards the end of the video, we're going to be talking about items that you should never, under any circumstances whatsoever, be bartering with. I think you'll be surprised and quite happy at the 10 items I've chosen, and I think you might be a little shocked at the items that I'm going to tell you you should never barter with. Don't forget to go down in the description and check out our Patreon page. We are now doing live streams every other Monday. All right, let's get into the first item that I think everybody should have to barter with. My name's Will, and to me, preparedness isn't only about surviving the end of the world, it's about who we are and what we're made of. I prepare to live, and I live to prepare. I am a prepared citizen. So here's all the things right here that we have laid out. You'll hopefully be seeing them right now. And I want to let you know that these are in no particular order whatsoever. We're not doing a 1 to 10 list or all the other crap that other prepper channels do. We're just going to talk about these items individually. And the first thing, the number one thing, and unfortunately, don't judge me, that I have quite a bit of in my house is this right here. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, good old alcohol. And I want to tell you right now that this is probably going to be one of the most precious items in an SHTF scenario, but it's probably also going to be one of the most dangerous, because I think we all can agree that we do not make the best decisions while under the influence of this particular substance. This particular brand of alcohol made by Conor McGregor is not super expensive. You can get a giant bottle like this, and then you can separate it out into smaller little bottles that you'll be able to barter with, because this is also used as a very good disinfectant. Alcohol has a great way of lifting people's spirits, no pun intended. So it's a great thing to have on hand for your own even bug out bag, but this right here is going to be worth its weight in gold when the shit hits the fan. Do you guys think that alcohol is going to be a good thing? Let me know down in the comments. I'm going to go uncut. We're not even going to cut to a screen capture or anything right now. We're just going to go into the second item that I think everybody should have, and it's this right here, cordage. Rope. This stuff is super easy. This is just a simple nylon cord. You can get paracord. You can use the pot warp that I use, that I buy tons of. You can flake this out into 100-foot lengths, wrap a zip tie around them, and you can use this to barter. Every single person in an SHTF is going to need some kind of cordage. You're going to need it to make clotheslines or tie up vegetables or set trip lines. The usage for cordage and rope is literally unlimited. So having a good supply of rope is really going to help you out as a bartering item in the apocalypse or whatever situation that you're preparing for. The next item that I have for you is this right here, a sewing kit. Sewing kits, I think, are going to be one of the biggest bartering items, because not only could you barter this entire kit for something massive, but you can also separate its contents on the inside and barter the separate items one by one. I think a lot of prepared people forget that sewing is an incredibly valuable skill. And having a sewing kit can literally mean the difference between life and death. I mean, imagine for a second, it's 22 degrees out right now. You tear your winter pants open. This could be a death sentence. This could be a trail to hypothermia. But if you have a sewing kit and the knowledge on how to sew, you're going to be good to go. If I remember correctly, this sewing kit, which I've had for probably 8 or 9 years now, because I only use the black thread, probably only cost a few bucks on Amazon at the time. I'll look at some prices right now. You'll maybe see it on the screen here. But grab yourself a sewing kit and stick that into your bartering box. Let's move on to the next item. Socks, gloves, hats, these things. My God. In the end of the world, this is going to be probably more valuable than the booze, probably more valuable than anything else that you could possibly barter with. If we have bad socks, our feet are going to suffer. We're going to get trench foot or something like that, and then we're going to die. Socks, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm into this company right now, Farm to Feet. I really enjoy their stuff. I've been using it hunting. They're all 100% merino wool. And that's a very important thing because merino wool, you do not have to wash a lot. It's antimicrobial. So you can literally wear these socks over and over and over again. If they get wet, you can do what a lot of us have been taught, which is to tie the socks and place them around your neck. And as you're walking around, they will slowly dry out. I will leave a link for you down into the description for Farm to Feet socks. They're a little bit on the pricier side, but again, you can hop on Amazon, you can buy a bunch of cheap socks, throw them into your pack. Gloves is another great thing. And yes, I can hear you screaming at me from your television. These are Sitka gloves, and these are very expensive, but you don't have to buy them. This is just what I had laying around. You can buy mechanics gloves. You can buy gardening gloves. Take all of these things, put them into your bartering box. You never know when you might need them yourself. Gloves, socks, these are fantastic bartering items. I can't recommend them enough. We're going to need gloves. We have to be able to protect our hands. Same with the socks. We have to be able to protect our feet. If we can't walk and we can't do anything with our hands, you're going to die. Moving on to some more fun, entertaining things. Books, puzzles, games, decks of cards. These things are going to be fantastic bartering items because if we're in whatever situation that we're in, boredom is really going to be a thing that we're going to have to deal with. Mental health is something we're going to have to deal with. You might not want to admit it, but sitting down and reading a good book, that can take you to a whole different place. It can take you out of that horrible SHTF environment and give you a little bit of relaxation. Games are going to be a great thing if you bump into others you could barter with who maybe have children. A deck of cards is definitely going to be on my top of entertainment bartering items because this is something that we can do to kill time. When we're sitting around at night, we could play solitaire by ourselves. If we have friends around, we could play other games. And hell, you could even play some blackjack or some poker to win other items from other people, but just be careful because there are sore losers out there and that could also get you killed. Moving right on from there, matches. You guys gave me a lot of crap about lighters in the previous preparedness video. Whatever, we'll talk about matches this time. These are Strike Anywhere matches. A lot of you have asked, where do I get those? And honest to Christ, I can't find any more of these online anywhere. I can get them at Walmart. I have to actually go into the store to purchase them. There's 300 matches in this little box right here. So you could take them out in 10s or 20s or even 30s, wrap a rubber band around them, and then put that into your bartering box just to have. And also, let's not forget, I probably should have said this sooner, that we can use the own items that we forgot about in our bartering box to help us survive a little bit longer. So matches, fantastic little thing to use. We're going to move on now because they're matches. Tape. Tape, massive, massive bartering power right here, especially duct tape. People think that duct tape can literally be used to fix anything, and to some extent that's true. But play on that, play on them thinking that. So have a bunch of rolls of electrical tape. Again, folks, you can spool this off and wrap it around another tube, and you can take an entire roll and make 10 or 12 or 20 or 50 smaller rolls of duct tape. Electrical tape already comes in a small roll. And this stuff, Harbor Freight, for God's sakes, you can get a tube of this for like $5. There's like 10 of these in there. Tape is going to be a great thing. We all are going to have to do repairs to something at some point in whatever situation that we are in. Tape, tape, tape. Let's move on from there. Now, this is an item that I think we need to discuss a little bit longer than some of the other items that we've talked about here. Band-Aids, adhesive bandages. This is the only medical supply that you should be bartering with. Unless you're bugged in or out in a pharmacy, this is it. Band-Aids, adhesive bandages only. We do not want to be giving our medical supplies away to other people. We need our Advil. We need our Tylenol. I know it sounds selfish, but you need to hang on to this stuff. Unless someone comes along with like, hey, I'll trade you an A1 Abrams tank for 10 Advil, that's a good trade. So this is a simple trade. Save your precious medical supplies for big bartering items. Fuel, 50 gallons of fuel, 5 gallons of fuel, whatever the case may be. Then you give a few Advil, maybe some penicillin or amoxicillin away for it. But for the most part, stick with just Band-Aids. The same rules for bartering go for also playing like poker or something like that. You don't want to show your hand to the people that you're bartering with. Don't go in with your bag or your box and dump it out on the counter and let them choose. All you want to be doing is saying, I only have this single roll of electrical tape. What do you give me for it? And then if they say, well, what else you got? Then you kind of go, well, I was saving this for the end, but I also have this pair of gloves. So now you've gone from a small, mediocre item that nobody really cares about, and then you're going into something that they really want. And if they say, well, hey, what do you got other than gloves? You can go, well, I have this little thing of matches right here too. So now you've got the tape, the gloves, the matches, and you're going to get something much better for that than you would just going, hey, look, I've got gloves and matches. Start small, work your way up. All right, I've got these right here, these two little bottles, and they come in a bag just like this. This is the bag of bottles that I buy. Well, what can we do with these? Anything you want. You can put olive oil in this one, Dawn dish soap in this one. You can put salt in one, pepper in another. You can mix salt and pepper. You can mix salt and sugar and make salgar. You can put ground coffee in these. You can put literally whatever you want in these little tiny bottles and then use the contents of those to barter with. You can even take some electrical or duct tape and wrap it around this and go, hey, here's a little bit of salt with 5 feet of duct tape. Think outside the box here, people. If you want to survive the shit hitting the fan, you need to be creative. All right, let's move on here to the next item. Chapstick. Cheapo chapstick. Chapstick's going to be a great thing for people because a lot of people think that they can go ahead and waterproof everything with chapstick. It's great for lubricating zippers on your tent. Chapstick has a lot of uses to it. It's a fantastic bartering item. And I can tell you right now, with the cold we have outside and the amount of time I'm spending outside, chapped lips suck. It is incredibly painful. People are going to give you something good for a little bit of chapstick. This little tube of cherry chapstick is probably 15 or 20 years old. It's still got plenty in it. It still tastes of cherry, and it works absolutely fantastic. The only thing I can recommend is if you're gonna put chapstick, especially this Duke Cannon, into your box, it's going to melt if exposed to high heat. So just keep that in mind before you go chucking it in there. Let's move on to the next thing. Tobacco is going to be a fantastic bartering item that pairs very well with the alcohol. This is original pipe tobacco, Captain Black. This is my favorite stuff right here. But it's going to dry out. It's not very shelf stable over time, so just be aware of that. The next thing that I have here, and you've seen these on my channel before, is that we have some Zippix nicotine toothpicks. Now, these are 3 milligram nicotine toothpicks, and inside this one, I don't know how many are in here, but there's a ton in here. This is the sweet whiskey. They taste really good. They also have, Zippix has bourbon flavored energy toothpicks. They have Spice Island. They have all kinds of stuff. So it's a nice flavor, and it's going to really help you up your bartering game by having some things like this. Something else that you could kind of throw into your bag would be like chewing tobacco, dip, stuff like this. But I got to warn you, as a guy who uses this, it does dry out fairly quickly. So again, that's why I'm recommending the Zippix toothpicks, because even if these dry out, you can simply put them in your mouth and they'll actually rehydrate. These are fantastic and they're not that expensive. So I highly recommend that you take at least some Zippix and maybe some pipe tobacco and stick it into your bartering box. We're at the point in the show now where we have to talk about the things that I'm dead serious, folks. You never, ever should be bartering with these items that I'm about to show you. I see this time and time again on those friggin' AI videos and those other stupid prepper channels. They always talk about this item as a great bartering tool right here. Ladies and gentlemen, bullets. And these happen to be 9mm bullets. We have bullets here. We have magazines here. You never, ever want to be bartering with ammunition. Why, you ask? You are now bartering an item that can be used to kill you. Bartering ammunition is probably the stupidest thing I have ever seen. And if you ever see a channel that says you should be bartering ammunition, block that channel immediately, because they're going to get you killed. Knives. Never ever barter knives. Why? Goes back to the ammunition. This can stab and kill you. This can be used against you. I feel I have to say this for hours now. Never barter items that can be used against you. Gasoline, fuel. Do not barter gasoline or fuel. You need this stuff. You need the fuel for your vehicles. You need the fuel for the generators. Do not take those items that are going to keep you mobile, keep you moving, and barter them away for a bottle of booze. Let somebody else do that. Do I have to say it? Arrows, bows, guns, all things associated with lethality. Do not barter them. I know I'm beating a dead horse here, but I feel like I have to tell you people, please don't barter these items. Something else? Cooking supplies, pots, pans, food. Do not barter your food. Do not barter your cooking utensils. Do not barter your cooking fuel. You need this stuff. Think about it like this. I know you're going to click off right now, but really, you're going to barter your food so that you have less food to feed someone else who could potentially get stronger, right? You see where I'm going with this? And then use that energy they have from your food to take everything else that you have. In a nationwide catastrophic situation, nobody is coming to help you. There's not going to be any government assistance whatsoever. You are going to have to protect yourself, your loved ones, your friends. Don't give away the things that could potentially end their lives. What did you guys think about these 10 items? Should they be on this list? Should they not? Let me know down below in the comments. If you could, give me your 10 items that you would keep in your bartering box. Do you even own a bartering box? Has bartering even come into your mind as something that could be sustainable for your future in your situation? Also, I posed this question over on Patreon, but I would love to know from you guys, what type of situation are you actually preparing for? I'm going to ask you guys one more time to please hit that subscribe button, thumbs up the video, obviously comment, please hit the hype button, check out the Patreon. That's all I got for you. Remember, the best time to prepare was yesterday, and the second best time is today. Should we put that on a t-shirt? I think we might put that on a t-shirt. See you guys next time.